Once again, it's on. Welcome back to another great episode of Two Cigars and a Blunt. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
This is Pharaoh King.
It's Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
The mad professor and the throwing out boot.
Oh, Lord.
I am Blank Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're walking y'all back. Hey, we got an entertaining show for y'all tonight. But you know how we always start our podcast off. You always got to ask the brother, how was their day? So, Matt Professor, since you got on last, how was your day?
I gotta go first. I don't have nothing. Shit, my day was fine. Sat here watching the snow melt.
Back to sleep.
Watching the snow and ice melt all damn day.
There it is, my man Juan.
What's
Yeah,
up,
The
Juan?
night shift.
I got you on that.
God.
What about you, Tim Dog? How was your day, my brother?
Man, my day was good until my wife came home. Oh, I'm glad you moved, because I'm going to say you ain't nothing but a bully your ass all loud out there. I know they be tired of you. I'm like I am of you, boy.
I like how you talking shit.
Yeah,
Now
you
that you're
talking
away
shit 'cause
from
she
her.
not on
You
here.
away from it now. You talking mad
Yeah,
shit.
you talking mad shit.
Hey, just so you know, Tim
No, she
Dog,
called me
my
a
man-
bully.
No, my man Rios, he said you're his favorite on here, man.
How is
Oh,
how
yeah,
is
Rio,
Tim
yo,
anybody?
Rio.
That's the first time he ever heard that.
Well, real. His wife ain't even say that.
Right,
Damn.
Hey, I'm gonna send you a T-shirt and that says "Thank you."
Thank you for being my only fan. I mean, what the
Only
fuck?
fan. And of course,
Oh,
how was your day,
no.
Pharaoh?
Oh man, it's Friday. Everything was straight. It's Gucci, as they used to say.
I got you.
You know what's crazy, man? The world is small. The world is small. So I had this joker that I used to hang out with back in the day. My man,
Yeah.
Mr. Tony Flanagan. Hopefully he's on here tonight. And then the sergeant major that's at the hospital is his friend. So he ended up coming through today, noticing my Washington, commander's hat. You know what I'm saying? And but he's an Atlanta Falcons fan. I guess he's from Georgia. But it's just a small world for those people that know each other from my friendship from him back in the day. So
I got you.
You know,
I got you.
treat people as you want to be treated, people.
That's right. And of course, Blank Man,
know.
aka Conspiracy Brother. How was your day, my brother?
Oh man, like you said, it's Friday, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah.
Every day Friday for you. The hell you talking about?
Every day's
You
Friday for
too.
you. Yeah. And of
I
course,
didn't say
Oh,
it's
you're about
Friday yet. No. Mm-mm.
and the man on the street day went well. Had to came home and changed out a goddamn outside
Light bulb.
plug. No plug. The outlet. On my outlet went bad, so I had to go out and do that. Get on YouTube and got it done. But
You had
ladies
to
and
do some
gentlemen,
manual labor on your crib.
I always got to do it, man. I ain't paying nobody.
Hold
Hey,
on. Did
thanks for
you-
YouTube.
Did you say you had to go on YouTube to learn how to change your outlet?
That's right. Hey, I ain't handy like that. I
Boy,
ain't
you
gonna
sound
pretend to
just
say I
like Tim
was.
Dog,
But
Rio.
I usually pay
Damn.
people. I usually pay people to do shit like that. But in
That's what I'm talking
2004,
about, Rio.
deodorant.
That's why I call him No Neck.
yeah, in
No,
2000
he
roll
just
on
shaking his
deodorant
head.
Oh my
You know how you had
god!
the roll on deodorant when the head gets stuck on it? That's what he looked like.
that's some tussy.
Damn.
That's all right. Tussy.
And why I started that shit.
Yeah, I fuck with y'all, man. But let's go ahead and get this show started, man. Y'all know number 47. Number 47 is in there. And it's only been it haven't been a week. And he's been dropping goddamn bombs and dimes and whatever you want
Gems.
to call it. Yeah, he dropping a lot of gems.
Gyms.
Yeah. All I know is he's keeping me entertained.
Today, some federal employees are being told to stay home and prepare to be fired. A new Trump administration memo released overnight says people who work in government diversity, equity, and inclusion offices are being notified they are being placed on paid administrative leave effective immediately. Department heads now ordered to draw up plans by the end of the month to fire those workers as President Trump rolls back Biden-era attempts to diversify the federal workforce. He calls it discrimination.
Our country is going to be based on merit,
It comes as the president faces increasing backlash for pardoning all of the January 6th Capitol riot convicts, including those who assaulted police officers. This was the vice president 10 days ago.
If you committed violence on that day, obviously you shouldn't be pardoned.
Mr. Trump disagrees.
These people have served years of jail and their lives have been ruined.
Former D.C. police officer Michael Fanone, who was beaten and shocked with a taser by the mob that day, calls it the ultimate betrayal.
They almost killed me on January 6th, and now they're free.
Some in the president's party struggling to defend the move.
It was surprising to me that it was a blanket pardon. Now I'm going through the details.
Monday, the president also moved to end birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants, a right guaranteed by the Constitution.
People have wanted to do this for decades.
Now, at least 24 states and other advocacy groups have already sued to block the move.
What up, Doe? We saw
What up,
you there.
Doe?
What up, Doe? Hey,
Big
yeah,
dope. Big dope.
yeah. But like I said before, man, when I sit down, what we're going to talk about tonight, I saw conspiracy brothers say, "That's all, man. Shit,
Yeah,
that's all you
that's
need."
enough right there.
So, Bad Professor, I'm coming to you first. Pick one. Which one you want to tackle first?
Well, let's talk about how this dumbass wants to get rid of a constitutional amendment with the stroke of a pen, because quite honestly, of the ones that was in there, that's about the stupidest one. Do you know what it takes to change the Constitution in the United States?
Yeah, you got to go to you actually have to
2/3 of the House of Representatives,
yeah,
2/3 of the Senate,
yeah,
3/4 of the states.
yeah.
So states have to vote on it as well. And this dumbass think he can just do it with the stroke of a pen. I mean, the man is. It shows how he wants to claim that this country is built on merit when clearly it's built on who you know and what you're born, where you're born with, and who you're born with, who you're born from, rather. I mean, if this country was a meritocracy like they keep saying it is, his ass would never have gotten anything. And that's the sad thing about it. Him nor most of his buddies. I mean, like I said, trying to change the Constitution with a stroke of a pen, my dude, it's just like he was saying before, how when he got elected, he said, well, the president can't affect grocery prices, after getting elected saying that he would change grocery prices.
Yeah.
I mean, the man is a dumbass. And in fact, to lower the price of the eggs that he complained about yesterday, I think it was, he just told the groups that report, the governmental agencies that report on the amount of avian flu going around the country, not to report it anymore. So hopefully that will lower the price of eggs. And immediately 2 farms come out and talk about how they had to kill 100,000 of their animals because of bird flu. The man don't know shit. And it pains me that his followers don't give a damn that he don't know shit. I think that, to me, is the worst part of all of it. His people that vote for him don't care.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about this, man? All those executive orders, man, the Gulf of America. Can't wait to go see it. I'm going to see the Gulf of America. Tim Dow, your thoughts on all these executive orders that your boy Trump put out?
Man, he just said, fuck it, I'm the president. I'm like Putin, Kim Jong-un. I can do whatever the hell I want. But he forget. He can't. He said he wants to change the rules so he can stay president.
Yeah, but he said that, but they did put up a bill that they have one that
no,
some representative
once again you have to have the House and Congress to vote on that. That ain't something that you can write. Yeah, you can write the bill up. Anybody can write a bill. You can write a bill. Write a bill saying every time it rains, I want some shade over my house. That don't mean it's going to pass. That's what I'm saying. The stupidity of the Republicans, especially those who know, they just sitting back on, I'm gonna let him fuck everything up. Instead of telling him, they scared to tell him no. And that's the problem that we're all gonna face. You know, like Mad Professor said, his idiocracy. You know, it's just, how can you sit there and try to change shit just because you think you can? I mean, that's dangerous stuff right there.
Yeah. And the funny part about it is, I know it's only been a week, but damn it felt like 4 years, boy. Damn. Boy. But Pharaoh, You know, what do you think about him letting the people that had a job and say, hey, you got to get the hell up on out of here because we don't need you anymore. We taking DEI out of everything. So now the people that had a job basically gone, I believe, by 1 February.
That's a hard pill to swallow, man, because you mess with people's livelihoods. It's a shame that, let's just put it like this. For Congress to allow this man to come in there and mess up people's lives based off of his his ideology or whatever is going on with him, it's a shame. It's a slap in America's face that these constituents that put you in a position to basically, take care of them have allowed one person to destroy their life. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And now here you are losing a job. Equal opportunity is gone. People are getting, they had this go to this other little this situation I've read earlier. The school board in Chicago had to call CPS, law enforcement.
Yeah.
The ICE people were sitting outside the elementary school to pick up kids.
Yeah, they tried to enter, but they wouldn't let them enter the school.
Right. So is it getting that bad where you got grown people going to snatch kids up to hold them hostage to take to question them about their parents?
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous, people. And if you don't see what's going on, you just don't care.
Yeah, you got you. I got you. Well, black man, you got a blank stare. Conspiracy brother. Defend your boy.
Ain't my boy. Think about it, like y'all said, most of the shit that he's signing has to go through processes. So it's all for show.
Not all of them. Not all of them, but yeah.
Yeah, as far as those jobs, it depends on those people are contracted or not. Because if they are,
they're federal workers. No, they're federal workers. No.
Well, and then that's just like people lose jobs all the time. Businesses close, like Big Lots going out of business, and fucking up another place. One of them was the Family Dollar store, so it happened. Shit, it is what it is.
Yeah, but
out the system.
But this is a different type of. If you look at it, it's different. He thinks that because that you try to include everybody, that's discriminating against a certain set of people. I mean, we all know the people that he's talking about don't look like us.
Plus, those are contract jobs. GS employees are contract jobs.
Yeah, and then he talk about the merit system. We had a merit system. They always had a merit system, but we wasn't.
He has a merit system.
No, I'm just saying we wasn't included in that.
No,
when you go back and look at the way that Black Americans or anybody of color, we had to struggle. We had to fight for those rights, and now he wants to roll those back to a time when they say that, hey, we gonna go on merit, but we all know that's not gonna be on merit. It's gonna be of the color of your skin. There's gonna be people in there that's not qualified for those jobs, but they're gonna get it because they fit the criteria that Trump is looking for. Mad Professor.
But here's the thing, and it's what he did the last time he was president.
Yeah.
He'll do something and say something to get you and have one of his cohorts in Congress do something so that you ignore something else that he's doing. And for the last couple of days, I've been looking into some of the stuff that he's trying to get done. And with the backing of MAGA, they're trying to they're going to the Supreme Court to try to have Catholic schools or religious schools considered to be public charters so that the U.S. Department of Education that he wants to get rid of will be paying money into those schools. And you know what? I don't have a problem with it, but make them pay taxes. Stop letting them just get money hand over fist as a nonprofit, but making more profit than anybody else. And that's what I'm talking. That's why I'm saying this. You got to look past the smoke screen that he's putting out, because for every one thing stupid that he does in public eye, there's at least 10 stupid ass things that he's doing behind the scenes that you're not thinking about because you're just focusing on the big thing. Is just like earlier this week he declassified the
Martin Luther King.
assassination, the
Martin
the
Luther King,
FBI files on
JFK,
assassination
RFK.
on JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King, but his sorry ass is keeping his bank records secret. He's keeping his school transcript secret. He's keeping the Epstein list secret. Nah, nigga, you want to release it all? You keep saying you the information president. Release all that shit.
Yeah. And you know what gets me, man? He talks about for the people, and this right here he did. I'm coming back to you, Tim Dog. This I think was a slap in the face to people that need their medicine that depend on Medicaid.
I think it's unfair.
News tonight, Fox 17 News talking to mid-state seniors worried about paying for their medicine.
President Trump signed an executive order just after being sworn in, reversing the Biden administration cap on Medicare and Medicaid drug costs.
Tim Dog, you supposed to be the president for the people. Well, why would you do something like this? To me, it seems like you're trying to hurt the people.
No, he's just being vindictive. Any executive order that Joe Biden done, he reversed it regardless of what it was. He took away Secret Service agents from John Bolton, even though they know that, you know, his life is
and
being
Dr.
threatened.
Fauci.
And Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, Fauci. See,
Fauci.
Stuff like that isn't political, it's personal. And you got Republicans scared to say or do anything because if that was a Democratic president doing it, like they complained when Obama was trying to get the Affordable Health Care Act. Come on now.
But Tim
Well,
Dog,
I'm
man,
push back just a little bit on this.
yeah,
one,
because I'm
on
about to
this
say
part.
that as well. Go ahead.
Because he didn't roll back the Medicare and Medicaid to negotiating with Big Pharma, especially on insulin prices, because none of those things had actually gone into effect at this point. They were set to
Right,
do. They
but
were
he
set to
stopped
go
it.
in effect.
He stopped it
They
from
were set to
happening.
go in effect later this year. Now, no, technically they can still happen because they were already started doing it. Now, the issue I have is that in order to do this, he's also allowing the pharmaceutical companies who paid almost $100 million into his campaign to also double dip, as they've always almost triple dip at this point, because, you know, taxpayers pay most of the research that go into these medicines. Then as an American taxpayer, we're also charged higher than most other countries because most other countries allow a cap. And then on top of that, on top of paying more and on top of paying for the research, we're also going to give more subsidies to these companies to be able to broadcast broadcast commercials, which is not allowed in any other country but this one. You don't see ads for medicines on in other countries, just this one.
Yeah, you know, and another thing, I'm coming to you, Pharaoh. You know, something that's close to I believe the both of us. He cut the budget for research. No, not VA and research for cancer and diabetes. So I'm like, you're supposed to be the people's president. You know, I think you would try to want to find a cure for something like that, but yet you want to cut that out. And the people that serve their country, I think they say he wants to get rid of 119 billion. I believe I could be paraphrasing.
He's already put a hiring freeze on the VA hospitals.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's GS.
Yeah. But that's just crazy. If you're supposed to be the president for the people. Pharaoh.
Well, hey, this goes with the vets that voted for him, just like the guy I saw with the MAGA hat in the middle of the pharmacy at the hospital. You're getting the medicine that you worked hard for. Now, we might not be getting that medicine like that anymore, but you voted for that. You know, and I don't understand how you voting against your own interest, especially you being in military. Here we are, served 20 plus years, most of us, you know, or some of us, and even the vets that let's just say, you know, 6 years. You've given your time for this country. And the country it's not so much that the country owes you, but the country does owe you, right? You're like less than 1% of the population that fought for this country or served for this country. For you to get slapped in the face like this is unheard of, unreal. I know other countries don't even do that. Hell, I don't even think North Korea does their damn soldiers like that.
Yeah. And coming to you, conspiracy brother, you know, we had this argument before. You know, you say you're not political. But isn't this a slap in your face? Because I think you say you go to the VA. So if he cuts the VA, how would that make you feel? Yeah, think about that.
No, nigga, sir, you pissed off because that's our income. We serve for that. That's our income. We base our livelihood every day off of our disability for what we've done and put forth for this country, voluntarily or whatever. It's a slap in the face. I don't care how you look at it.
Yeah, you think it's a slap in the face there, conspiracy brother, aka black man?
It is to an extent, yeah.
No,
Like I said,
he didn't serve. It's a slap in the face. You made a decision on us, and you didn't even serve in the fucking government. I'm sorry. It pisses me off.
Well, I like the way that you can speak through Pharaoh.
Telepathy.
I can't help it, man. This dude didn't serve. His family didn't serve. He's an immigrant. He's talking about his bullshit.
He acted like it was an honor to get out of serving.
You know, my father's 26 years. You know, come on, man.
Yeah. What you about to say, Matt Professor?
No, I was saying he made a point of pounding his chest, acting like it was an honor, and he was intelligent for being able to get out of serving. And that's the thing about it is he sits there and talk about he's going to make America prosperous again, but he's costing tens of thousands of people their jobs now. So, you know, I mean, the man doesn't give the fact that the poorest people in the country voted for this shit is, I mean, it's just the dumbest shit in the world. He's getting rid of your Medicare and Medicaid because that's what's coming next. That and free lunches in school, free lunch and breakfast in public schools is coming next. Trust me, they'll be after this within a month or so. And the saddest shit is most Americans are going to who aren't affected by any of this are going to sit there and say, yeah, this needs to be done. Let's see what happens if he comes after anything of yours. And that's the stupidest shit about this.
Yeah, that's the problem right there. I know the farmers are actually feeling it, especially down there, vegetables, strawberries, everything is not being picked because they're scared of ICE. Like you say earlier, Pharaoh, they're coming to the schools. They're going to the schools to get the kids to get the parents.
That's right.
That is crazy though.
Children to get to the parents.
Yeah, but a lot of states, you heard what the brother said in Chicago. He was like, it's not going to happen. It's a lot of people pushing back. But it just seems like we living in a I hate to say, your boy put up the salute the other day, I guess in a Nazi regime, because that's what the Nazis used to do. You know, they gather everybody up just to get them out of the country. The way that Donald Trump is doing this, I can see it's going to be a lot of blood in the street. And I'm not saying that as a gist. I'm being dead serious because people don't play about their goddamn kids. People don't play about their kids. And the situation that he's putting us in, it seems as though that he's trying to get a civil war started. Does that make sense, or am I just?
They made a movie about it. They made a movie.
Yeah,
last year.
The problem is the biggest issue of all of this is it's not just ISIS. He wants to use the American military against Americans, against people that's here on the soil of this country. America's military has never, except for the Civil War, has never operated within the shores of this country. The Civil and Revolutionary War. So but the military, the way it is now, has never been used against the people that lives here. And you have this piece of crap wants to sit there and do this shit now. And the saddest, like I said, it's just the saddest shit is because you have people pounding their chest saying that it's a great thing that it's going to happen until one of your people gets shot or killed. And then all of a sudden you'll have a fucking issue with it when you should have had an issue with it before.
Yeah. And Tim Dog, let me ask you this. How you feel, you know, because he's going to get away from DEI, but he actually want people to snitch because, you know, a lot of people, they might put it under something else. But he say, if you hear that they're doing DEI, I need you to basically snitch on those people so we can get them up out of there. Tim Dog, will you be snitching?
He can kiss my ass, but the only way that things are going to change is the Republicans in Congress, because you know the House ain't going to do shit. It's going to take Congress, and for him to do something seriously, let me finish. It's going to take them and something seriously traumatic happening before they even begin to even talk about doing something. They know what the hell he doing. Not one. Except when he let all those motherfuckers out of prison. And they talking about, yeah, we gonna get some guns. We gonna start this over again. Come on, people. Wake the fuck up.
Yeah, and
the man, I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah, and I was
he
about to
talking
bring
about
that
making
up.
it great. He's not making it great. He's making it communistic.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to be the great dictator. He's
Yeah.
a dick, all right.
Yeah. A small dick at that. But hey, I'm glad you
That's
brought it
the
up.
problem.
I'm coming to you on Conspiracy Brother. How do you feel when you saw that he pardoned all those people on for the January 6th insurrection? Well, as he called them hostages. And we all saw what happened on that day. And for all of them to get a blank slate. Now, I believe if it was the majority of the people was a different flavor of the month, they'd probably still be in jail right now.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I think the ones who committed violent acts should still be locked up. But anybody who was just there, you know, they didn't serve time. But if you committed a violent act, he should have left them in jail. Which he did say that he didn't really think about that. He just did a blanket pardon.
Because
so
he
I
doesn't
think
want
he
to
should
work.
have reconsider that affecting anybody that conspired to set it up should still be in jail, because conspiracy is conspiracy. Hell, people go to jail for conspiring to commit murder against somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then again, people died and nobody went to jail for murder, but usually in criminal acts, when somebody dies, the people who, regardless if they killed them or not, who are responsible for the act, go to jail.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
nobody ever went to jail for people dying. So you know what I'm saying?
That's my biggest problem with this. Is he decided he didn't want to have to go through each on a case-by-case basis because he's a lazy-ass bastard. And the sad shit is, he said the country owes these people an apology. So everybody in the country who breaks the law is owed an apology? Because the last time I checked, this dude didn't apologize to the Central Park 5 that he said should be murdered. And the funny thing is, a lot of police officers voted for this shit. And the second he released the people that they didn't like, all of a sudden they have a problem with it. See,
yeah, you know, Matt Professor, then they want to withdraw their support. I'm like, it's too late now.
It's too late now. And then this piece of shit who's always about states' rights don't want to give California money for rebuilding the parts that have been destroyed by wildfires, and trying to equate it with Oklahoma getting destroyed by tornadoes, when tornadoes, while they are an annual occurrence, they don't do half the damage. They haven't one tornado hasn't done a third of the damage of what's happened in California. And then this asshole wants to get rid of FEMA. I mean, are you? This man is I hate insulting pieces of shit, but this man is truly more than a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have more respect for a piece of shit than this man.
Farrah, you know, before we close this up, you know, what are your thoughts? He says that he's thinking about pardoning the guy that killed George Floyd. He's thinking about pardoning these guys that these police officers that did these heinous crimes. If he does that, I know he's low, but god damn. If he does something like that, man, do you actually think that people will speak up, or like the Republicans or the Democrats, they just gonna put their head in the sand and be like, hey, that's just Trump being Trump?
For him to even say that and nobody's checked him yet, it's gonna be open season if he does that. You know, it's gonna be open season. And once again, with Blank Man, aka Conspiracy Brother, said, he's not thinking anything through. He's just doing it because he has the seat and the power. It doesn't matter to him. Anything that he's doing does not matter to him.
Right.
And that makes him dangerous. And then with him having free reign, anybody that has some sort of power, what did Lyndon B. Johnson say? We all know his quote. You give the lowest white man any power, you can he'll empty his pockets to you.
Yeah.
So
paraphrasing. I just
you know what I'm saying. I'm doing like George Bush did. What you know?
Fool me once.
If you fool me once,
you can't get fooled again.
Blame me. You fooled me twice. Well, you can't fool
You know
me
what I'm
again.
saying? I can't right now. I can't think about what you say, but
I know what you're talking about, man.
it is and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be like that. I do believe it's going to be more prevalent in certain parts of the country, as well, not all parts of the country, but it's going to be in those certain places where it's going to snowball if it starts up.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, we just do a quick round robin. Hey, especially with the ISIS going on. I know you down in Florida. That's one of the states where they say it's going to hit hard. Have you seen anything like that on Conspiracy Brother, or anything on the news they're talking about going into the schools, anything like that?
I don't watch them.
I forgot. I forgot you look at the sun all damn day. My bad. What the hell? Bad Professor. Why you hit me? Why you hit me with the Negro, please? You asked him that dumbass question. That's on me. I need to give myself a Negro, please. God damn it.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, I just want you to know when you asked that question, I was watching his face. He was so stoic. He was like,
My bad.
Like,
Bad Professor. What about there in Louisiana? Anything in the news?
No,
Anything
nothing
like that?
yet. But like I said, they're not going to broadcast anything like that here.
Okay, then. All right. Texas. Tim Dog. I know your state ready, boy.
They on the border.
Yeah, they on the border. Wait.
That's what's problematic.
Man, come on now. Student D won on November 6th. I mean, it's Texas. The governor, he goes put more of them buoys out there when they said that people are dying out there trying to cross, get underneath them. Oh, well, they shouldn't have came. They started to build a wall. And I mean, the countries are becoming more and more of a communist country than anything when you have one person trying to control everything. And it's sad that you don't have people who've been in politics for years. I'm talking those senators up there, the Republican ones, aren't doing or saying anything. They're allowing it to happen. And it's like Farrell said, it's gonna come to a boiling point. And then everybody's gonna be pointing fingers. Especially if he's letting, police officers get out of jail. I wonder if he's going to let those black ones over in, what was that, in Tennessee somewhere? It was not Tennessee. Where they took that guy and started torturing him and shit.
Yeah, but that was.
I wonder if he's going to let them go. They were black. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if he's going to let them go. The officers were.
Not I'm talking about the one I'm talking about.
It was 4
about the police officers.
Yeah,
the 4 black police officers.
It was 4 black police officers.
And they started torturing them and beating them up and shit. Yeah, they went to jail for that shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I remember that.
Pharaoh, you I haven't seen anything here in Georgia. Have you?
You ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. Hell, we live down the street from each other.
Hey, I don't know, man. You be out there in the streets.
Hey, okay, whatever.
Always looking for snacks.
I know,
man. Like, you gonna see it before me. I promise you that.
Yeah, because that's why they call me the man on the streets. I keep my eyes and my nose to the street. But yeah, man, this is a situation, man, that you hate to see coming. I mean, with all these executive orders, and he should at least
told y'all that was coming.
Yeah, but some of these, man, that he's trying to do, he should know better, man. Like the math professor say, man, it's just common sense. You just can't change the goddamn Constitution.
The goon squad. Yeah, Joe.
I mean, you just can't change something with a pen, especially if it's in the Constitution. If somebody comes over here, I hate to say illegally, and their child is born here, that person is a natural born citizen. There's nothing you can do about that. And if that's the case, you need to get rid of all your kids. Huh?
Can you go to any other country and do that?
But that's what makes America
Every other
great,
country is
though.
not built on the principles that this country was supposed to be built upon. So
that's right.
I hate that. I hate that argument so fucking much. this country was based on the freedom of the people. That's
right.
why we have a constitution like in no other country on the planet. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of almost everything that's not illegal anywhere else. So that bullshit about does any other country do it? Every other fucking country wasn't also built on. Also, every country wasn't built on immigration.
Right now, only because of one person.
Wasn't built on capitalism.
Everybody can't talk at the same time.
So I don't want to hear that bullshit about does any other country. Fuck every other country, because if you wanted to, if you cared about every other country doing it, you'd be your ass there. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. You're in this one. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. That's the stupidest fucking argument.
But that's why no other country.
That's why every other country has the same issues with this that this one has, except fucking homelessness, because this one don't give a fuck about its people, especially homeless veterans. So I don't want to hear
elderly.
Well, I would say America is rich enough to where nobody should be homeless or hungry or uneducated.
What they say the 14, I think they say four of the richest men in America could stop homelessness if they want to. And they say that all 14 of the highest paid billionaires could end everything if they wanted to. But we know that's not going to happen.
35 people could save the whole planet.
Yeah, but we know that's not going to happen.
No.
Everybody want to keep their goddamn little bit of loot. But man, talking about backlash.
They can't keep it no more.
Yeah, talking about backlash, because Trump is getting a lot of backlash with a lot of things that he's done. But these brothers, I didn't see it coming. Oh man, one in particular, I didn't see it coming. I even did a video about this brother. But Coach D says something, man. I think he hit it right on the goddamn head.
This is why I'm critical of black conservatives like Byron Donalds and Tim Scott, who hang out in spaces with known racists and don't say a thing to them. This is why I was critical of Barack Obama, who went to the funeral, sat next to Donald Trump and talked to him and laughed and chummed it up with him like everything was okay. This is why I'm critical of Joe Biden inviting Donald Trump to the White House to sit there and pretend there was going to be a nice, peaceful transfer of power. I don't understand how these people allow this guy to disrespect them, and then they don't mind putting on a nice face for them. I don't understand how Snoop Dogg goes from saying this guy's a racist, F him, he doesn't like black people, he won't do anything for the black community, anyone who likes him is racist, to then performing for him. And it gets even worse, because in 2017, when there were other black performers who were considering performing for Donald Trump's inauguration, Snoop Dogg was saying about them exactly what we're now saying about him.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
So who's the jigaboo? Who's the buck dancer? Who's the bootlicker now? I mean, who seems to be the one calling Donald Trump his master? I'll perform for you, Mr. Trump. I'll perform for you, master. That's you now, Snoop.
That's you now, Snoop.
He just said that he'd do it. He said, I should do it, master. He wasn't bullshitting. He was telling y'all he'd do it.
But first
of
all,
he wasn't bullshitting. He said it.
Hold on, I want to get conspiracy, brother. I'm gonna get conspiracy, brother, because no. He said back in 2017, he was being sarcastic, but he said a lot because what Percept Michelle took. She took heat. She took heat because she sung at the inauguration. And damn near got dropped by a label and got blackballed. But now people want, Snoop facing this backlash. And his reasoning is because Donald Trump basically pardoned the guy that helped start at Death Row. But he could have said no. Just like when they asked 50 Cent to come sing at the West, we call it 50 Cent. No, I don't do politics. Hey, you can use my song, but hey, I'm staying out of that. But doesn't Snoop look like a jigaboo or the same thing that he talk about somebody else? He went and tap danced his damn self.
I just told you, he was saying he'd do it. He was just trying to mix it into everything else he was saying. So he was pissed that he couldn't do it. That's why he was saying what he said. It wasn't that he was pissed that they doing it. He was pissed because he couldn't do it. And when he got the chance, what he did? He went sung for Massive. So
way to flip that. Way to flip that. Go ahead, Pharaoh. God damn it, boy.
Oh, I ain't got nothing to say. He fucked himself. Hell, I ain't got nothing to say about it. You know.
And it's not just him. You know, you saw Nelly cheesing like a damn cheesy cat.
Hey, but
and this is the thing. But this is the thing right here. Now I'm coming back to you, Pharaoh. He said this is what he said that kind of irked me a little bit. He said that he did it for the office. He did it for the office of the president. And he said that I got family members in my family, and I did it for the soldiers that go out and serve. Everybody got family members that probably serve. But there's a reason that you would do something, and there's a reason for you not to do something. And what Nelly said, it was damn near asinine. Basically, he was basically defending Donald Trump. If you have to listen to what he said,
yeah.
And for somebody not to be political, he damn sure sound political. Pharaoh.
When I believe the interview was, I forget the guy that was interviewing him. He said, "Well, you haven't been invited to a Klan party."
Willie D.
He's like, "Who?"
Willie D.
Yeah. Willie D's the one. Yeah, that's right. It was Willie D.
Boys.
And he was like, he said, "Why would I go there? I don't live in a Klan country."
Yeah.
That right there just told me everything I need to know about Nelly at that point. There was no need to even listen to anything else he had to say.
Yeah, and before I come to you, Mad Professor, you know, I actually listened to that video, and I actually sent the text message. I commented on it, and Willie D. I don't know if it one of his person, they actually hit me back because Willie D. kind of flip flop a little bit because him and Nelly are boys. And I say, and what I say to him was, that ain't what you said the other night when you was talking about Snoop Dogg. Basically might be doing it. You say, be careful what you do for money or whatever. Y'all remember what I said last week, and I said that. Then he hit me back, and it's like, they say, text message me personally. And he gave me the number. I was like, I ain't text messaging another man, but some reason people are trying to flip flop, and you know, you got people like Charlamagne the God who flip flop all the damn time. Angela Rye, she's flip flopping. People talking about I love Snoop Dogg, and they finding a way talking about he does so much, so we should, you know, basically forgive him for doing this. But he set his own self up when he said what he said back in 2017, Mad Professor.
See, the problem is, I'll bring it on to Nelly when he said that Barack Obama nor Kamala Harris has never invited him to do anything. Yeah. Well, that's because and not so much Nelly, but damn sure Snoop Dogg, your music is considered misogynistic, and it doesn't appeal to just everybody. I don't give a damn how hot of a banger It's Hot in Here is. Not everybody likes it. I'm one of them. And
that shit trash.
That one, they didn't have to invite you. They never had to invite you. But you notice the fucking person that did. The person who needs that black vote, he thinking that Snoop and Nelly are out there in public, or out there more in the public eye now. So let me get these two Negroes in here. When Chrisette Michelle, like you said, she almost lost everything performing for him. Yeah. And I quite honestly, I don't have a problem with them performing for him. I just have a problem with their defense of it. And that's my only issue. Perform for who you want to perform for, but the defense is just the stupidest shit I've ever heard them say, either one of them. And they put out some stupid ass records. But I mean, their defense of it is what is to me what's pathetic, especially Snoop. All the shit he talked shit about Trump his entire first presidency, and now that Snoop wants to become that new media darling. He's on every commercial now. He's on every TV show now. All of a sudden, he wants to appeal to everybody. Nah, bro, you didn't appeal to everybody when your ass went broke. So I don't want to see you appeal to everybody now. Nobody gave about you when you were broke.
Yeah, and Tim Dog, let me ask you this, man. That's the same thing like the Mad Professor say. I don't have an issue with you doing it, but just say, man, I did it for the money. Hey, if you're having hard times, you did it for the money. But I knew Nelly just sold his catalog for $50 million, so I know he didn't do it for that. He didn't do it for money.
Snoop Dogg, part of that thing, St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, Snoop Dogg, like you just say, is on every commercial. Now this clown Soldier Boy. I can see him doing it. You know,
he's not even on the list.
I'm just saying, you know, and then Rick Ross, of course, you know, he's having tax problems.
He's irrelevant too.
Yeah, no, he having tax problems, but it's on 65 G's. Yeah, he's having tax issues. So I can understand, you know, if you're gonna do, hey, stand on business. Why these guys are backpedaling and not standing on business, Tim Dog?
Well, I kind of agree with Blank Man over there. You know, Snoop, he probably was salty at the time because he didn't get asked, and Chrisette Michelle did. Michelle Chrisette did, and
Chrisette Michelle, you had it right first time.
Yeah, but like you said, staying on principle. Snoop don't have to do anything for anyone. I mean, he's financially able and stable, but he said that he did it because maybe he pardoned some, probably should, out of prison.
No,
if
it's the dude Harry
still
O.
in prison.
Harry O. He partnered the guy that one of the founding members of Death Row called Harry O. That's one of the last things that Donald Trump did in his first presidency. He pardoned that brother.
Yeah. So, he just say, hey, he did me something, I'm gonna do him something. Instead of, like Mad Professor said, coming up with some dumb excuse or whatever. And Nelly, I know why he doing it. Yeah, he need the money. That $50 million for that when he sold his records. I mean, come on now. He got a baby on the way. That's number what? 6?
Already.
The baby already had
damn.
$2. His old ass.
Not only that, boy. I mean, child support must be kicking his ass.
Well, they ain't kicking his ass because they together.
No, I'm saying about the other ones.
Oh, okay,
So,
but
her ain't paying bills right here. So,
but the issue with y'all analogy of Snoop Dogg saying that no, Snoop Dogg was being sarcastic, and just like everybody know, he's been holding pressure on Donald Trump. Now I can understand that, that a friend of yours got pardoned by Donald Trump, but being the person that you are, your friend will understand. Hey, I can't do that. I can't do that. That
and he was already pardoned.
That's right. He already got the pardon. I mean, and like he's going to take it back. And that's the issue that I have. If you believe something, if you truly believe something, you stand on your principle. Like I said, you got to have some type of morals. And to do something like that, that is a slap in the face that everybody that may look up to you. Because the first thing I would say, God damn, look how quick he sold out. So how would he do that to me? If I was in a situation, that means that if with pressure comes, he will buck. He will, how do you say, pressure bust pipe?
Yes.
He will hold under goddamn pressure. And that's the issue that I have with what Tim Dog and Black Man trying to portray about Snoop Dogg not being asked. No, he didn't want to be asked. He didn't want to be asked. He knew exactly what he did, and now he's feeling a certain way because he didn't think that the people that was standing behind him they're actually pushing back because he was like, hey, you just another house nigga. I'm coming to you, Black Man.
It's all entertainment. They all run the same circles. So, that's what it is. Like I say, it's all about distractions, energy harvesting, things that aren't spoken about. And that's what it is.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, because you confused the hell out of me on that one.
That's how deep it is.
Okay, then. Hey, I ain't gonna get no more deeper with you because goddamn it, we be in China. Pharaoh cake, man.
Yeah, you straight to the bottom and go through to China on this globe.
Pharaoh cake, man.
Upside down ships in Australia.
You said it earlier, man. You say that basically, if you just come out and tell us what you're doing, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But the way that Nelly portrayed himself, trying to be smarter than somebody else, he sounded like a complete idiot. And Rick Ross, I don't know if y'all heard, he even said that, hey, I won't be in DC. He did a thing. Hey, I won't be in DC tonight to perform. But then he showed up in DC to perform. Instead of just telling the goddamn truth. I'd rather you telling me the truth and we could work that out than you tell me a lie, then I see the truth for myself. Pharaoh.
Man, look, Rick Ross was a security guard, so he's already been in the game lying. Hell, why not? Why stop now?
Yeah,
keep moving. He went and bought that house over here in Atlanta. Moved up here to Evander Holyfield's old home.
Old house, yeah.
Cutting his own lawn. I think 50 was trolling him about cutting his own lawn. So trying to save money. So come on, it's Rick Ross, man. Hey, just so you know, Rick Ross, I'm gonna let you know now. Your doggone Wingstop is trash. So
me coming to you. I'm coming to you on Matt Professor.
Get more wings up there, tell you, Bubba.
Do we put too much emphasis on celebrities. And when I say that, you know, I think Malcolm X said that. He said the black community is the only community where they will go to an athlete, where they'll go to a celebrity, where they'll go to the singer, and where they ask what does black people need. I'm paraphrasing, but do you think that we put too much? Do you think we put too much emphasis on celebrities? I messed the word up, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean. The problem is those celebrities that we look to always put themselves out as our thought leaders, and when they portray that, when they portray that, and then they betray our thoughts about them, all of a sudden that's where the issue starts coming in. And Snoop Dogg has always portrayed himself to be a thought leader in the black community, and then to turn around and perform for somebody who obviously couldn't give a shit about you nor your community, and then say, well, I did it because of this, and this makes no sense. That's where the disconnect starts. And the black community has always put a lot of emphasis on celebrities, because honestly, the celebrities were the only ones people would listen to in the beginning. When the beginning of when the struggle began, it was celebrities like Harry Belafonte that came out and got notoriety for other things, and for the lower people that the other people wasn't going to pay attention to. So I mean, it's always been that way.
Yeah. Tim Dog.
Muhammad Ali being the biggest one, you know.
Right. Yeah. But Muhammad Ali stood on business though.
He always
I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying in general, he stood on his principles.
All of those guys did back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have the switch of rules like what's going on today, because the checks is paying them. They didn't have that option back then. So
they had the option. They wouldn't have taken it.
They wouldn't have taken
it. That too.
Yeah. And then again, they have to do it on themselves because they wasn't given anything. I hate to say it. They had to get it for themselves. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
Well, I agree with Matt Professor as far as the black community looking up to, you know, certain actors because they are who they are. Like back in the day, it wasn't normal to see one of us on television. Now, even the same kids in the hood look up to other black actors because they want to get to where they are or get out of the hood, whatever it may be. And for someone to, try and take that away, that image away from you that you have, you know, it's kind of difficult, you know, for us. And that's why, you know, we turn on you. White kids, they don't care about that because most of them, you know, they lived what we call a privileged life. You know, they have parents, they own their own house and they go to great schools. Whereas in the hood, you know, you're moving and renting from place to place. And how many schools did you ever go to other than being in the military? And, you know, we want that stability. We want that same thing that they have. So yeah, it's disappointing when they do something like this. And instead of just being on point, speak your mind, be, candid.
Yeah.
You know, just don't sit there and just because you said something before, hey, you know, I said that in the past, but right now this situation requires me to do whatever it may be.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people would have more compassion, would understand.
Right.
But
that's the problem. That's why a lot of people are not speaking to him because he's not really being compliant with his answer. You know,
and you know what's funny is when I dropped my video, this is what I said. I say Snoop Dogg is a Crip, and Crip represent what? The color blue, right? I said I don't want to see you wearing blue no more, Snoop. I want to see you wearing green. That's the money. That's the color of money. That's all I want to see you with the green flag at the left side. You know, man. But going from a crazy situation to another crazy situation. Now, this happened last year. I don't know if y'all had a chance to see this. This happened last year, and they just put the video out, I believe, this week when his brother was driving from Costco and got stopped.
The Suburban Police Department is being sued along with several of its officers after they detained the wrong person during a traffic stop.
This happened a year ago, but the body cam video just dropped today. Casey Cronus is outside the Woodridge Police Department with more on what we know tonight. Casey.
In that video, you'll see officers surround that suburban father, draw their guns, and put him in handcuffs. His lawyer tells us he's been grappling with emotional turmoil ever since. Derek House was heading home to his wife and kids after a trip to Costco when he found himself at the center of chaos.
Real slow. Everything real slow. I'm gonna shoot you in your head if you come up with anything other than that. I don't have any weapons. I just came from Costco, dude.
House, who lives in Downers Grove, is a longtime resident of the western suburbs.
That's not the right car. This is the wrong car. Yeah, this is the wrong car. We're all good. This is the wrong car. What's that? Yes, it is. CN. But the plate don't match. The last 4 or 5 are wrong. It's the wrong plate.
Officers were looking for a black Tiguan, not a gray Atlas like House's, with 2 occupants, not 1.
We thought you were the guy. No. All right? You're not. I understand that. All right? Hey, listen, look at me. I this up.
Plus, the plates simply didn't match.
In the totality of what they knew, they ignored almost all of that information. Saw a black man driving a Volkswagen SUV, and that was apparently enough.
House was released, but his attorney, Patrick Provenzali, says this should never have happened.
You can imagine what Derek was thinking in those moments. If I make the wrong move, what's going to happen to me?
Now, House is suing the Woodridge Police Department and those 5 responding officers, arguing false arrest, excessive force, false imprisonment, and more. The Village of Woodridge released a statement reading in part, "On the day in question, our officers were responding to a highly volatile situation involving individuals suspected of possessing firearms, slashing tires, and discharging a weapon. Officers acted based on information available at the time, which led to the stop of a vehicle that, unfortunately, was not the one they were specifically seeking."
Conspiracy brother, Blank Man, your thoughts on that situation?
That's what the police do, man. We not used to it by now. They fuck
Yeah.
up constantly. You saw a video last week about it.
Yeah,
That's what
but
they
you know what's
continuously
crazy?
do.
But you know what's crazy about that? Before I come to you on Math Professor, the way that they came to that brother. If you come up with anything, I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, if you watch the whole video, I mean that's just the news version. The one cop that admitted that he messed up, there was another cop telling the brother to calm down, and the brother was like, "Calm down, calm down. Y'all, you threatened to shoot me in the goddamn head."
Yeah.
You know, Math Professor, your thoughts?
Yeah.
Same as last week. It's amazing how often police get this number of suspects, the car that they're in, and what they have on mixed up. I mean, you going after a car with a black Tiguan,
A black car, yeah.
a black Tiguan, which looks kind of like a Porsche Macan,
yeah,
and not a fucking Atlas, because the Volkswagen Atlas is a huge vehicle. The Tiguan is not. And then it was 2 different colors. You had 4 letters off on the goddamn plate, which as far as I know, just about every police car on the planet can read a plate that has a camera on it that just reads automotive plate.
Yeah.
So the fact you had all of that shit wrong, and you still felt the need to pull this man over and draw your weapons. You could have pulled him over, talked to him, let him go right there. But no, you drew your fucking weapons, and then you go, "My bad." I do appreciate that cop saying my bad. I was wrong. I do appreciate him, because most cops wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
but the fact that you had to fucking do it, the fact that you had to do it after 10 minutes of somebody telling you you wrong, man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Tim Dog.
I mean, ain't nothing new. I mean, another day on the job for a black man. You got to look around, keep it on the swivel.
Yeah.
Because somebody coming to get you, but 5-0 may mistake you for somebody else.
Yeah. Pharaoh.
Get the description.
I would say
I've done that many a time before.
Yeah.
You fit the description of the guy we're looking for.
He's lucky that the police officer even had opportunity to tell him he was sorry, because most times they don't get that far.
Yeah, and I'm glad you say that. Most time you get that far. I got one more cop video, then we go to our closing statement. I saw this, man, and they did arrest the cop, but this shit right here is just fucking crazy, man. Listen to this shit.
An Otero County Sheriff's deputy is now facing a first-degree murder charge after fatally shooting a Mescalero Apache teenager last summer.
Video shows Hadley stop and lift his hand to cover his eyes as the deputy asks if he's all right.
What are you doing?
Let me see your other hand, bro.
Hadley tosses a gun to the side as the deputy fires 4 times, hitting Hadley.
42 bases, shots fired, shots fired.
Now it was later determined to be a BB gun. Hadley goes on to scream he's dying as Deputy Diaz Austin runs around to the passenger side to grab the first aid kit.
I'm not hit, subject down.
You can hear Diaz Austin yell to Hadley not to move or reach for the gun, or he will get shot again. Hadley continues to yell it's a BB gun and rolls onto his stomach. The deputy then opens fire again, and seconds later, firing 4 more shots. Today, the Bernalillo County District Attorney's Office charged the deputy with first-degree murder.
They hope the DA's decision to charge the deputy is a step towards justice, and quote, the deputy shot Elijah 20 times. At least 15 of those shots came as he laid on the ground bleeding, unarmed and screaming in pain.
Man, Professor, 20 times?
Well, because one just won't do it. I mean, it's the saddest shit in the world how scary cops are. I mean, he dropped what you thought was a weapon, which means that weapon is no longer a factor. And you shot him 4 times then. You say, he tells you it's a BB gun. You can hear him say it. You can hear him yelling. He says it's a BB gun. And then you tell him, you say, don't move. He rolls over. I mean, the man just been shot 4 goddamn times. And you shoot 15, at least 15 more times. Again, I have a 9mm in my house. It only holds 17 bullets and it's full size. So you know he had to reload his magazine.
Yeah.
So the fact that he did all of that shit, yes, it's first-degree murder. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I mean, it's if you have all these scary ass people as cops, maybe police forces need to be a little bit more discriminate in who they're hiring, because I mean, if he's that nervous, he didn't need a badge anyway.
Yeah. Conspiracy brother. I know you don't, I know you can say it's the same old thing, but that's just kind of crazy right there though. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it is. But again, like I said, and like Mad Professor just said, they hire anybody. They need to put these guys through a lot of training before they set them out in the streets like that, because you can't be scared to win. Every time, that's like the one time the fucking acorn hit the
that was amazing.
Yeah. So when you got cops out there like that, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of forces, there's cops like that.
Yeah.
So they just need to do a better job of their hiring practices and make sure these guys are mentally stable enough to be out there handling a weapon.
Yeah.
You can't just give anybody a weapon here. But that's what they do.
Yeah.
So you talking about? And this is the results constantly.
Oh, yeah. You never saw that video?
Yeah, there's a video. Yeah. Cops thought they were being shot at, but it was actually acorns falling on the car.
What?
This dude rode saying I'm hit while he was firing at the car that the suspect was in, at his own vehicle that the suspect was in.
Yeah,
the guy was in the car. He handcuffed him and put him in the car. Acorn hit. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm hit. He starts shooting. and it's the kind of cops we got. They're scared of squirrel nuts.
That was the saddest, funniest video I've ever seen in my damn life.
Yeah. Pharaoh, your thoughts on that situation right there you just watched, man?
Stop letting police officers be by themselves in a car. I believe if you have 2 people, it'll keep you at least a little bit restrained than you just going off, because now you don't feel lonely in the situation. Stop having police officers by themselves. And I think it would stop a lot of crap that's going on. At least slow it down.
Yeah.
Or because they will have that one mind that's going to be like, hey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. Tim Dog.
Or give them blanks so when they do shoot somebody, or give them rubber bullets to start with.
Rubber bullets, yeah.
Shot, so
I mean, that too. Like the first 3. First 3 should be rubber, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you got to give them 4 because he put 4 in them. So we're going to go to 4.
Yeah. So we're going to go by you, Blake, man, when we talk about other countries. I know a few countries I've lived in, they got at least 2 years where they get psychological training, become peace officers for their country. But police brutality is warranted if they pull that damn baton out on your ass.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I've always said America is too free. We're too free in certain situations to where we have police officers as such.
Yeah.
That's because everybody got guns.
Yeah,
and that's my point. That's what I'm saying. Like, America's too free.
Yeah, Tim Dog, your thoughts on the situation, man, that you just saw?
It seemed like to me he panicked. And
Exactly.
Was there even body cam footage? It was all in the car.
No,
So he didn't. It is body cam.
No, I guess
that was his car recording.
That's the car.
That was the car,
recording.
right?
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, oh shit, I fucked up, and then he sees the body rolling, and he loses it, starts shooting, and say, thinking in his mind, maybe I need to get rid of this body or something. I mean, obviously, he was not in the right mind, a frame of mind.
Yeah.
When he was doing that, because he was definitely scared.
I know, man. I don't know if y'all saw this one, man. I was just gonna talk about this. Yeah, that cop was scary. But there's another one out there, man. It was on the news this week when they stopped this guy. They go up to him and they say, "Hey, do you have a gun?" And the guy said, "Yeah, it's on my right hip." And the guy got his hand on the top, and the female cop goes to take his gun and shoots the guy with his own gun.
In his leg.
Did y'all see that?
No, I missed that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the easy?
Yeah.
But
what about
it just shows that, remember back in the 80s, 70s, and whatever other time you want to talk about, the police that were hired were the best of the best. They wanted to serve the public. They wanted to serve the public. They wanted to make their neighborhood safe. And more importantly, they lived in the areas that they were policing. So everybody knew their fucking names. Now you have cops that live 2 cities away from where they're policing. So they feel detached. They don't give a damn about the people that's there. And it was a big deal here in New Orleans in the early 90s and late 80s, where they started passing a law that NOPD officers had to live within city limits. And then most people fought against it. But the argument for it was, how can you care about where you don't live? And that's become an issue. I mean,
absolutely.
You see people, cops, Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Department, cars parked in their houses in Slidell, which is St. Tammany Parish, across the lake in around New Orleans, Lake Pontchartrain. So, I mean, they're living 20 miles, 30 miles away from where they're policing. So that, like I said, they're detached from their neighborhood. They don't give a shit about the neighborhoods anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, this all needs to change. There need to be, it's just like in the Navy. I was told that there were going to be psych evals when you're on a submarine every few months or so. Cops need that too. Police officers need that too. They need to figure out why they want to be police officers and not. And if somebody says it's because I felt weak as a kid, that's the motherfucker that don't need to be a cop.
Yeah, and that's
that's the case. That's half the damn military. Because most
that's
of
my point.
In the
but
military.
that's my point.
And you know, with that situation, just as sad because a young man lost his life and to be shot 20 times, man, that's over itself. So like you say, I don't own a gun. You think you come up in here? I'm gonna say I don't own a gun, but you come up in here, I got something for your ass. But like I say though, how you say the 9-hole 17?
17,
he had
18.
to reload it. 18, he had to reload.
Especially police officers, because most police departments won't allow you to have extended magazines because of that reason.
I got you. You about to say something, Farrell?
Yeah. So just recently, also, there's 2 police officers was called saying there was a man in the park that had a gun, right? Had a weapon. They go up to they find him within like 30 seconds. They find the dude against a tree. I guess he had shot himself, but he was still breathing. They had the body camera on. They end up turning it off as they went back to the car. They was like, well, let's go around for like half an hour. We'll come back. And then they come back like 10 minutes later, and the guy was still breathing, but he was about to expire. And that's when they called it in.
Oh, that's cold-blooded, boy. Hey, but
he turned out to be a Hispanic male.
Yeah, but this is not a what's the word I'm looking for?
Referendum.
That's right. On all police officers, because we got some good ones out there. We got some good ones out there.
Oh,
we got some out there that doesn't need to be on the force. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go, we always like to give you something to think about, something funny or better yet. Where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? So Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Oh shit! Do I got something for y'all ass? Oh,
I wish you'd have had it prepared.
Hey, man, fuck you! Shut the fuck up. Anyway, ladies, be more careful who you have kids with, because all men are dogs in their own way.
What the hell?
You just have to pick the right breed. If you meet them at the pound or shelter, aka the club, be more careful about who you choose. All bitches like bad dogs, but they don't like to get hurt. Bulldogs are notorious biters, you know what I'm saying? But if you're in that kind of thing, hey, hope he doesn't have rabies, aka a disease. Want one to keep you safe at night? Get yourself a thick ass Rottweiler. Like them tall, how about a Great Dane? And it's all what they say. The bigger the paw, the better the that's true too. Get it, bigger the paw. Never mind. Anyway.
That's a long ass goddamn.
Can we move on?
Man, shut the fuck up. No, you can't.
God damn.
And
damn,
if
there's
you
more.
want to go to church, get a nice, wholesome, shy, sensitive Shih Tzu. The puppies will be so cute, but hairy as fuck.
Can we go to commercial?
And whatever you do, don't pick up a stray, aka hanging out in the streets. Just humping any bitch that comes by and then roll out and give your ass fleas, aka crabs. Be more careful who you have kids with.
Woo, man, goddamn. Woo.
It would have been over 5 minutes ago.
Woo, goddamn, that was a long.
We over? We over? Okay. Woo.
Fuck you, man, on the street.
My mouth dry.
My mouth dry too.
Hope you get
I
should
already
be
got
dry.
gout, so you
I'll tell you what. It's a dog eat dog world with Tim, boy.
I tell you.
Nigga done gave me worms listening to that shit.
Oh, bad professor, what you got for the people who we go?
Well, I'm gonna have to damn sure keep mine short. Fuck. It was a phrase I saw this week that said the dildo of consequences rarely arrive lubed. And that shit is about to come true with this country. Lube up, people. Lube up.
I saw something, man. I said, what was it?
I don't know.
No, I'm thinking. I'm trying to make sure I get it right. This motherfucker told this motherfucker one time, said, told this girl one time, said, "Hey, bitch, bite the pillow, cause I'm going in dry." And so that's what the country's about to get. You ain't getting no lube. Trump going in dry. You about to bite that goddamn pillow because he going in raw and he going in goddamn it dry. Ooh, it's gonna be a rough. It's gonna be a rough 4 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. Bite the pillow, come going in dry. Hey, man.
Don't have no puppies.
What you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Oh my god.
Well, it has nothing to do with dogs or going in dry. I promise you that. So I thought this was kind of this is what the country is about to go through too. Also, every high civilization decays by forgetting obvious things. That is America. If we forget or they forget.
I got you. My man, Blank Man.
Don't forget the Vaseline. I should have said that.
That's right. Yeah, because you're going in dry.
Like Conspiracy
brother, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
In honor of us talking about fucking and humping and all that good shit like that.
No damn.
Procrastination is like masturbation. You only end up fucking yourself. I'm done.
I think I heard that one before.
Well, shit, nobody know you better than yourself.
Hey, I don't have anything.
Oh, God,
I thought you were about to say something else.
We have to start this conversation again.
What did it say? Somebody, what did it say? I missed the comment here. What is it? Kid with no, that's what Big Doe said right there. Kids are puppies.
Both.
Both. Okay. I don't have anything. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, we always have a good conversation, but the party's not over. Oh no, the party's not over. We got the after show called Ash Out, and that's for everybody on this podcast to get a chance to talk about what they want to talk about. Usually we don't get too far because we goes down the rabbit hole and we goes left. I mean, we go left quick. But before we go, Tim Dawes, shout out your social so the people can follow you, my brother.
You can follow me on Instagram, Father's Love 99. It's all about me, my grandson, and my son. Hey, I got a question. What do you call a belt made of watches?
A watch
belt. Waste of time. A waste of time. Why was Man on the Street report card wet?
Oh my God. Oh, this motherfucker. Hey man.
It was below sea level.
Yeah.
Save the comedy hour for later.
It was below
sea
sea
level.
Yeah.
That was actually funny.
Yeah. It's so funny. I forgot to laugh. Bad Professor, people can follow you, my
Thank
brother.
you, South Carolina.
We need to get
Hey,
Tim
it is
Dog.
low country.
We need to get that nigga Tim Dog a muzzle or some shit.
Something
Anyway.
like that. Go ahead.
You can find me madprofessor.1.
No, I like the sea level, man. I love it.
YouTube and Instagram. Don't encourage this nigga, please.
Yeah.
And on Blue Sky, the Mad Professor one, because they don't let you put dots in your name. I haven't put anything on there yet, but I'm starting to upload all my old shit to it.
I got you. And of course, Sparrow King. Shout out to social people can follow you, my brother.
Once again, my dumb ass got rid of TikTok, so I can't get it back. I tried today. Nah, can't do it. I can watch other people's shit, but I ain't got my own TikTok. Pharaoh underscore 71 IG, King Ryan Facebook.
All right there. Hey. And of course, aka Black Man, Conspiracy Brother, your mother's favorite, your uncle's secret. What you got for the people? Shout out to social people follow me.
I didn't delete mine. Yeah, there you go. Just type it in. Type it in the search engine.
That's right.
It'll come up. I'm about to start doing more shit on my podcast too.
That's what I'm talking about. And of course, you can follow me, the man on the street, at the Audacity Podcast on YouTube and on TikTok. I still got mine.
Man.
They gonna bring it back after 75 days.
I never had TikTok, but I got a net.
And also on Facebook as well. And make sure you come back next Friday for what? Make sure you come back next Friday for what? 2 Cigars and a Blunt. But like I said before, we got the after show. Yeah, I'm about to say for the other thing. But make sure you check us out on Wednesday night for the Better Than Sex Sports podcast. It goes down at 7 o'clock. All we do is talk about sports, and we have a good time doing it as well. But like I said before, the after show, man, if you want to laugh, you're gonna laugh. Because we always have very, very some dry story, Tim. But we always get live sooner or later. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
Just remember, the word B has 2 E's and they're both silent. It's Pharaoh King.
What the fuck? Tim, that's what you gonna
We can't put them next to each other no more. They can't be next to each other no more. We got to do them on both sides of the screen.
That sounds like some Tim shit right there.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Don't separate their ass. You over there, Ryan, you over there from now.
Hey, it's Tim Dog from Be More Careful in the vicinity.
And the exasperated man in man.
You better know my
name anymore.
Man in the boot.
The exasperated man professor in the booth. God damn.
Hey, below sea level.
All right there.
Grandma's favorite. Everybody's favorite.
All right there. And we see y'all about 10 minutes.
Oh,
We start 10 minutes on the after show. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out.